1. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the J&J Show. I'm JJ. He's Jacob. This is episode 14, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 14? Yeah, it's been 13 episodes have gone, and now it's time for episode 14. And you might notice I am draped out in New York gear, but I may be a little bit of a clown because this team doesn't play basketball for another few days. So with that being said, let's dive into some actual teams that are playing right now, starting with the boys. The New York Rangers.
The blue shirts.
Played great. They played great, period.
Absolute masterclass in Seattle.
Oh, 1,000%. And what really hurt was how badly we played against Nashville. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
So it felt good to see Jonathan Quick getting some burn. He had a really good game.
Yeah, I was really impressed by him, because the Rangers last year, Halak, and it's like now you're getting Quick. They're both up there in age, so it's like I really didn't like the pickup, but obviously it was for cheap. Good thing we didn't overpay him like we did for Halak, but Quick, good for start for him. But I'm not gonna get too excited over it because we still got a whole season and a lot more starts for Quick. So,
and the more that I look into this team, I also take a good look at a guy that, in my opinion, I feel like he's been kind of balling out lately, is our boy Breadman. Baldy Artemi Panarin is actually on a tear.
Legit Baldy. I was shocked when the first pictures of that, but maybe it's been better for him because apparently he said that he needed a change of scenery, obviously since he had a terrible playoffs last year, shaving his whole head, and now he's Is it Baldy Panarin better than the Flo Panarin?
Baldy Panarin might be better than Flo Panarin, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, also I want to say a great job by the kids, Lafreniere, Kakko, amazing job the kids. Kakko gets the game-winning goal. Laffy gets a goal. Hedl gets 3 assists. Great job by the kids.
And Breadman finishes the job.
Yeah.
I will say that. And we got the West Coast trip coming up. Well, the Western Canadian road trip. We got Calgary, Edmonton, and then I believe Vancouver and Winnipeg, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct. The thing is obviously it's going to be better. Chelsea's back in net. And McDavid is going to be out on Thursday. Yeah, he'll be out Thursday.
Wow, really? Why is he? How's he injured?
1 to 2 week. The Oilers announced he's going to be out for 1 to 2 week with the upper body injury.
Ooh.
So
I love McDavid.
I mean, the Rangers are still going to have to contain Draisaitl in a way, but that's
Draisaitl owns us. Period.
Yeah, that's true.
McDavid doesn't even own us. Draisaitl owns us.
They're not. But the thing is that the Rangers are not going to have to worry about probably, in my opinion, the best player in the league.
I still have him. Listen, I'm interchangeable with him and McKinnon, but that could be my Avalanche bias. I mean, we'll see. But anyways, getting on to a team that it's not fair, bro. We have to stay up till like 1 o'clock watching this team. Meanwhile, the buddies across the border get to play at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The Devils and the Islanders played on Friday night, and they had themselves a game.
I was gonna say incredible. I did watch most of this game.
I did too.
I have a couple buddies who are Devil and Islanders fans, and
I hate all of them equally.
It kind of pains me to say this, but I enjoyed this game a lot. But here's the thing: the reason the Islanders lost this game is they were not disciplined at all.
Oh, absolutely.
4 power play goals for the Devils. Jack Hughes, that game winner moving across the zone, just absolute snipe. But with the Islanders. It's the Islanders. They got to stay more disciplined. If they don't, they're not going to win many games if they're staying in the box.
Oh, I agree. And what we mentioned in the last episode, we don't just cover our favorite teams. We cover all things New York sports. So, yes, we cover the Devils. We cover the Islanders. However, this is the Islanders, not the Devils. The Devils are not a New York team. They're a tri-state team.
When I'm on social media and I see like New York hockey teams or something, why are the Devils on the list? Why?
It literally says NJ on their logo.
Whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, good. The Devils, they continue to impress again. Obviously, it was Akira Schmidt in net against the Isles.
Don't speak that name. Please don't.
I know we're not going to say much, but I mean, Vitek was in the net, and for the Isles, their best player, and I feel like he's going to stay hot. Brock Nelson. The Isles
Yeah.
fans, they say it's Brocktober. I'm not going to even go into that.
We're done with that.
Yeah.
So speaking of
Isles fans, continue being Isles fans. That's all I'm going to say.
continue being, listen, at least you're not anything at this point is better than being Devil fans. Like, my hatred for the Devils has skyrocketed my hatred for the Islanders. Because, let's be honest, Islanders fans are nice as hell. They are. Especially the ones that I know. They're all like those Long Islanders, classy, funny. They're those types of fans. Especially, shout out the GOAT himself, Frankie Borelli. I'm going to Borelli's for a Rangers-Islanders game. I don't care if you throw me out of the damn bar. I'm going into that bar for that game. Now, and for the Devils, I mean, their biggest fan is a fictional character from Seinfeld. But like David Putty has always told me, got to support the team. And speaking of supporting the team, I got a rest from supporting my team because they decided to have a bye after 4 straight primetime games. That being said, the slate was bananas. It was so big, I don't think we can talk about this ourselves. So, good thing for you and I is I called on an old friend. You may remember this guy from one of the first episodes.
He shocked the podcast.
Shocked the world.
He shocked the podcast world after saying in his preseason predictions it was going to be the New York Jets
over the Philadelphia Eagles, who at the time were undefeated.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Picks Wizard himself, Mr. Robbie Basil.
Thank you. What an intro. That's the best intro I've had all year.
I'm getting pretty good at this.
Not from me.
I'm getting pretty good at this.
Oh, yeah.
14 episodes.
Better than sometimes the intros I have from my own shows or the other shows that I've been on. So, well done, JJ.
Thank you very much. So, let's dive into this slate because this slate was bananas. So, the first thing I think we're going to touch on is Ohio State, Penn State. I missed another headgear pick. I'm 0 for 3 on my headgear picks so far.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Well, 2 of them were against Ohio State, to be fair.
Yes,
now,
sir. Big dog.
I'm going to be honest. I did not get to watch this game because I was busy spanking a poverty team known as the Kingston Tigers. Beat them 37-0. No big deal. But I get an update from my coach because we're already up by 30. I'm checking the – so funny story, actually. On the TV, we had a TV on our sideline where we could like watch all the plays from film. They put the Ohio State game on the TV during the game for like 15 minutes, like during halftime. And then I see this update because my coach we said, there's no way Penn State can have a 3rd and 71. Can someone please tell me that was a typo?
Yeah, I don't even. I watched.
No idea. I was broadcasting a game, so I had no idea either.
I'll be obviously. I was watching big Buckeyes fan, as you guys know. I don't remember that. I don't remember 30-71, but
it said JT Tuimoloau, however the Hawaiian guy's name is.
Tuimoloau.
Tuimoloau, whatever. Had an 80-yard sack on Drew Aller, and when I saw it, I'm like, okay, there's no way this is actually real. So then I look back into it, and I see that it was Fugazi, so I'm like, well, I'm not too surprised by that. But at the end of the day, I mean, Penn State played like hot garbage.
I mean, I don't even think the team was good. I really think it was all Aller, to be honest, because he was off his game for most of this game. I think he was nervous most of the time. Obviously, they did not incorporate Nick Singleton much. It was shocking to me, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a much high scoring game, but it was all mostly defensive.
All I gotta say was taking the under on that game was a great decision by me.
Well done, JJ.
Also, I do want to say I did take the under on the Eagles-Dolphins game. That was also a pretty big success.
What was the over-under on that one? Was it 52? What was the over-under on that game for the Eagles?
I'm pretty sure I hit it, though. Anywho, that's not college football. The next game I want to touch on is a game I did get around to watching, too. Alabama and Tennessee. Man, oh, man, that was a great game.
Absolutely. I mean, Alabama looked great. Tennessee, though.
At the start.
I mean, I was able to get off my broadcast and turn on my TV, and I'm like, this game is going to be pretty fun. And then Alabama decided to play football and run Tennessee off the field in the second half. Yeah. But listen, can people What's Alabama ranked now? Are they ranked in the top 10 again?
Alabama, if I'm not mistaken,
Are they
I'm gonna pull
9?
up the AP top 25. They are ranked number 9. God damn it, they're already back in the top 10. They're gonna beat Georgia and get in the damn
they went out and be a good, solid ranked team in the Tennessee Volunteers. I think it's a justified spot. Listen, Alabama's a good team. I mean, they've had some unproven players here and there, but it was a great game to watch. I'll tell you that. By the way, quick notes on Penn State, Ohio State. I didn't get to touch on this game at all. Drew Aller, 18 of 42. I looked back at the film, and I couldn't tell if I was watching 2022 Zach Wilson or a real quarterback in Drew Aller. Listen, Drew Aller, I think, is good, but the Ohio State defense really showed their colors, and they looked really solid. But Penn State, little worried about them. Where do they fall in the rankings now? I have not paid attention.
10. They're 10 now.
They fell down to 10.
Fair spot. I think 10 is the right spot. I mean, there were some interesting picks for that one, but I think both games were well deserving of some of the best games of the week for sure. It was crazy.
Another game. Sorry, another game. I want to say shout out to Gans. I mean, I don't know what I was saying last week. I just thought history was going to repeat itself, but that clearly did not happen. Michigan State gets absolutely demolished.
We're just going to stop right there because we're not going to speak about Michigan State after the treacherous acts that they committed. We're moving on. Just like that game, it's over in 2 seconds. Yeah. The next game that I do want to touch on a little bit, because my dad was watching it and he had himself another heart attack, the Miami-Clemson game. Miami did everything they could to lose that game.
That's classic. That's classic Miami. That's just classic Miami.
No, it's not classic Miami. It's classic Cristobal. How does this man have a job? Please tell me, Robbie. I'm sure you saw the end of the Miami-Clemson game.
I did, and
Cristobal.
I mean, Mario Cristobal just has the pedigree. Like, he's been in college football now for a decent amount of time. Listen, after the stunt he pulled off a couple of weeks ago, I thought he should have been fired on the spot.
That was the single funniest thing I've ever seen.
Sent to another country. He should have learnred Chinese on the spot, if you know what I'm saying.
Question, Robbie. Which was worse, that loss or the Jalen Watts Jackson? Then those are the two worst losses in college football history.
I don't know.
Because Miami was undefeated at home, losing to Georgia Tech. Undefeated Miami, by the way, ranked in the top 20. We're up by.
I'm gonna say the Georgia Tech one's worse because they lost.
I agree.
I mean, when you go out and lose a game, which granted, I've have spoken harshly on some teams in some group chats and some other spots about some teams' preseason schedules.
You're talking about.
Georgia was one of them. I'm like, Georgia Tech is not that bad, and people are saying Georgia Tech. Are they any good players? Georgia Tech beat a ranked Miami, so they're not bad.
Correct.
So the people who say Georgia's schedule sucks, Georgia Tech is not bad. Just saying that right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to expose myself. I had Georgia Tech at 4-8 on the season in my FBS predictions.
Well done.
So I'm going to go ahead and roast myself.
That's actually not the worst prediction ever, though. Not the worst.
This one, however, was terrible. The Arizona prediction I had was awful.
Yeah.
I thought they were a year away, man. The worst one I think I had.
I can't blame you. I can't blame you.
Yo, give me some love for where's the JMU pick? I had JMU at 7-5. I doubted the dog.
Remember when we did that prediction video? I had JMU winning the conference. Remember that? I had that in the first. I think it was the college football preseason prediction. When I was on that video when we had that clip that went on your Instagram.
Correct.
That incredible movement of Alabama in the Sun Belt. And JJ.
It was I found the graphic. It was by geographical region.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I mean, it was geographical, but JMU has really shocked people for good reason.
I love it.
They're ranked at the top 25. They've had a very solid all-around bunch. I mean, there's going to be concerns. Can they go out and win the Sun Belt championship? But
here's the
JMU
problem,
in the top 25. I didn't think many people had that going into the season.
Here's my issue with JMU. It's the fact that the NCAA won't let them go bowling. It's
I didn't like that. I hate it.
Awful. I hate it too. Now, the one pick that I'm the most proud of out of all of them, because everyone said, oh, Caleb Williams is going to be different this year. Oh, Zachariah Briggs this. Oh, Bear, whatever the hell his name is. I said USC were frauds from the very beginning. And look where they are now.
It's insane.
I'm almost positive. Nope, of course they kept them in. Of course they left USC in the top 25. They don't deserve to be there at all. They don't.
It's a weird ranking. I mean, you always have those like mid-fringe teams in the I think in the 21 to 25 slot. But the problem with USC has been it's Caleb Williams, and I think he's had a lot of very poor games turning the ball over. But you can also add it to the USC defense. I mean, I'll make this point now as well. Lincoln Riley, when he's been the head coach of teams like Oklahoma, here at USC as well, what's been the big flaw every year that has haunted those teams?
When they play somebody good. And
it's
when
the
they play
defense.
good teams. Yeah.
I mean, it's been ranked in this like 50th or worse every year, excluding the COVID season, which is insane. But Caleb Williams, I don't know. The consistency is an issue. But I'm just hoping, like, listen, this is a weird comparison. And this is not to go after Caleb Williams at all. Do you remember the hype that Sam Darnold got coming out of college? In the beginning of that season? How much hype he got? What was the one flaw with Darnold? Does anyone remember what the flaw with Darnold was?
He couldn't play against good teams.
Turnover machine. That too. I think I'm seeing, if you look at a quick comparison, you're kind of like seeing both. I'm seeing like Darnold and Williams a little bit. Some of the decision making hasn't been great.
Yeah, I agree.
Missing some reads. I mean, I'm not saying Caleb Williams is going to be like a Sam Darnold in the NFL level.
Also, when was the last USC quarterback to pan out in the NFL? There's been a lot of them.
Mark Sanchez? Does that count?
Fuck no.
He led a team to the AFC title game.
Got bailed out by his incredible defense. That Jets 2010 defense was incredible, and you can't tell me.
Yeah, I know.
But we'll get to the Jets later. Back to the whole recap situation. We got to talk about Oklahoma, man. These guys had me on edge against UCF. Oh, my goodness. They should have lost. 1,000% should have lost. And I'm just going to expose myself again. I had them at 7-5.
What?
Yep.
What?
Yep.
I don't know what to say to that one, JJ. I could defend you for country mile. I cannot defend you for that. Can't do it.
Sorry. I know. That was like my really, really bad. But then again, you also got to give me a little bit of credit when I said Colorado was going to be a dumpster fire.
Yeah, I mean, 3 wins or dumpster fire is kind of harsh, but I mean, they have not looked good recently.
I feel bad for Sam Houston. I feel so bad for Sam Houston.
Dude, you said they could be an underdog pick to win the conference, their conference, in the preseason video.
Who did I even say was going to win the? Who did I even say was going to win that conference?
You picked Troy for that.
Wait, no, Sam Houston's not in the. Hey, hold up. Sam Houston's not in the.
I'm mixing up the conferences again.
Sam Houston State is in, I believe, the Conference USA.
Are they?
Did I say Jacksonville State? No, I said Liberty.
We all said Liberty. I was getting I thought they were in the Sun Belt for a second. My fault.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Liberty is incredible.
Underrated.
Yeah.
They're an underrated group. Listen.
Them, Air Force, and James Madison are the stars.
Air Force has surprised me this year.
But we've already dove into the recap pretty much. We didn't really miss that much. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm so mad at this pick because this was going to be my ACC champions pick, and they threw it away. North Carolina loses to Virginia at home. Disgusting.
Oh,
awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it raises questions about Drake May as well with the consistency. 1 minute he looks like a stud, and the other minute he's losing to Virginia.
Not good.
Like it's the battle of the basketball schools, and the better basketball school, some would argue, from the recent years, goes out and wins. It's
so
weird.
That's
weird.
Meant to be down by 7 spots, which is huge. Now let's take a look. Let's briefly look at this top 25. I can tell you what's wrong immediately, and you're going to lose all your respect for me after I say this. Rank Michigan #1. What more do they have to prove? Honestly, what do they have to prove?
I mean, my problem with Michigan is that they haven't played a ranked team.
That's Georgia?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kentucky, and they're not even ranked anymore. They were ranked for a week.
They have a better schedule throughout the year. Listen, Georgia's lost weapons, but listen, the SEC, like some of these teams are stronger than some of the teams in the Big Ten. You can make an argument.
I would say the SEC is way more stronger than the Big Ten because the Big Ten only has Michigan, Ohio State, Penn State, and
Iowa for some reason.
Iowa sprinkles in the top 25 at random times, but SEC, Georgia, Bama, Tennessee, Missouri's in the top 25. Like I think that, and LSU, I can't forget them.
Ole Miss.
Forget LSU, they're done.
Ole Miss also. Well, yeah, but the SEC is way more stronger. I feel like that's the reason why that they're not ranking Michigan 1 is because the SEC is way stronger. And so Georgia has to play all these so close to being ranked teams.
Does Missouri play Alabama this year?
No. Actually, no. They might.
Let me look.
I think I think this week.
They don't.
No.
Wait. It's either this week or next week, Georgia versus Missouri.
That's
gonna be
November 4th, next week.
Yo, you know what I thought of? It could, if Georgia loses to either Florida or Missouri, it could be Alabama versus Missouri. Missouri could make the SEC championship.
Hey, I'm all for that. I'm all for that.
I am too. I love Mizzou.
When was the last time they had a legit quarterback? Was it
Could not tell you. Probably.
Yeah, I would say it's Drew Lock.
All I gotta say is I'm gonna take my anger out right now. Louisville Cardinal, shame on you. You ruin our season and you lose to a 1-win pick team. Unreal.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was not fun.
It made our loss look even. It made our loss. Was that last week? No, that was last week, I think. I'm still angry about that.
Can't blame you.
Then again, Oregon State could be a sneaky pick to win the Pac-12. If they
I don't
beat
think
Oregon.
they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it.
If
They don't
beat
got the
Oregon,
fire. What do they have left? I mean, they're in 4th. Listen, Utah, I like this Utah team a lot.
I do as well.
Especially Utah at home.
They were my
the
pick to win it
kryptonite
all.
for Oregon.
Yes.
Oregon,
Yeah, but they
were on the road.
A setback for them is they don't have Rising, but I really don't.
Yeah,
think
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Utah was my pick to win the Pac-12 or Oregon. I have to go back and look.
I don't remember. Mine was Oregon. I remember that.
Yours was Oregon. Jacob's with USC because he was boring.
Yeah.
Wait, so was my pick Oregon? I don't even remember.
I'll have to go back and look. Anywho, that about does it for our AP Top 25. Let's officially get into the madness. That's not it. There are a lot of games I've selected. We're going to start from the very beginning. The Air Force Falcons taking on the Colorado State Rams in Colorado.
Hold on. Before we get into a pick, another version or another episode of J&J Game Day. JJ, please get the logo.
Da-da-da-da.
There you go. Yep. So,
This should be sponsored. Right. Prove me wrong. This needs a sponsor.
Facts. ESPN, if you're watching, if Pat McAfee, please get us on the show. Whatever.
Listen, I'll hit them up. I'll find a way to hit them up for you.
Listen, not gonna lie, I am. When game day goes to either Army or Notre Dame, I'm your guy. I follow both of them very extensively. Moving on, Air Force, Colorado State. What are we thinking of it? This game actually intrigues me because Colorado State is a very good team at home. Not on the road, but at home. Like, let's not forget what they did against Boise State, who was my pick to win the Mountain West, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, it was Fresno State, I believe.
Mine was Boise, I think.
Mine was Fresno. Anyway, Colorado State pulled off an incredible comeback against Air Force. Probably one of the best I've ever seen in the final 5 minutes, down by 20. But that being said, I think Air Force keeps it rolling. Give me the Falcons in this one, but give me Colorado State to cover the plus 12.
I agree. I feel like Air Force is going to continue to roll, and they're looking really dangerous this year. And obviously, they're not going to go much above like 15 or much, in my opinion. But they're going to keep going, and they're going to win their conference, their version of their conference.
That's the Mountain West, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm talking about they're going to win the military division.
Obviously.
Yeah.
If they don't win that, I don't know what to say.
That would be hilarious if they lose to Army. That'd be great. All right, what do we got, Basil? Make your pick.
I mean, I'm going to go with you guys as well. I'm going to go Air Force. Listen, let's go with the triple option, baby. I love it. Listen, we ride or die with the
That's my
triple
favorite.
option.
Damn it, I will go back to play NCAA Football 14 just so I can use the triple option.
Yep, there you go. Well, listen,
Even though
I think Air Force is. I do agree with the idea of Colorado State at home can be dangerous. I'm going to go Air Force by 7. I think they're the better team. Triple option's going to get them a couple of touchdowns here and there.
And that being said, I mentioned NCAA 14. 9 years later, I still can't run it right. I keep messing up. Next up, the Dillon Shallums against my hometown team, the Army Black Knights.
It's a weird one.
I gotta go Army.
This is where it gets really fun. Listen, I'm going Army.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dylan. I'm going Army. Listen, like I said, we ride or die with the triple option. We ride or die with it.
Whoa, okay. You know what? All right. Before we continue with this triple option, I said this once when I forgot who it was, but JJ and someone else, they said UTSA was going to beat Army. Army is a different team this year. They're not just running the triple option.
With their incredible 1-5 record. An amazing 1-5 record.
I know. I've watched the game or two. It's pretty bad. Some of the games have been pretty bad.
Was to UTSA and I believe Delaware State. Actually, wait, no. They have 2 wins, I think. Whatever. Anywho, they beat UTSA, did they not?
Yeah, they did.
Whatever, this thing's weird.
No, they are 2-5, yeah.
2-5, yeah. This thing's out of date. In that case, go Army. As in this case, beat UMass.
Sorry, Dylan.
Yep. Are we all going Army? Love it.
All going Army, baby. All right, next game on the list. This game has potential to be a murder
all my friends on the Army train for this week.
It's going to be a murder or it's going to be a classic Penn State game against an underperforming Big Ten team.
I like that mindset and I like that mentality. I agree with JJ. Listen, this game is going to be I think this game will be a lot closer than a lot of people expect. Listen, Penn State, they had an interesting one last week. Can I expect improvements from Penn State? I think so in the second half. I'm going to take the Nittany Lions. It ain't going to be pretty.
That's a good way to put it. I'm going to go Penn State, but I definitely think Indiana could cover plus 32.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think they're going to do it.
I'm going to stick with both you guys' space. Obviously, I think Penn State's going to bounce back, but I want to see how Aller's going to do in the bounce back game.
You're right. Yeah. Listen, if I miss all my picks, but I hit all my spreads, it's a win for me. Next game on the list, Syracuse at Virginia Tech. Unfortunately, I think the Cuse's magic train is officially over. And I think they're going to hit rock bottom this week. Give me the Hokies in Blacksburg. Blacksburg at night is a different.
It's underrated. It's insane.
It's amazing.
And I agree with this pick again. Give me the Hokies. And listen, I think this is going to be a much bigger win. I'm going to say Hokies by more than 14.
Wow.
Listen, playing in Blacksburg is one of, I think, the hardest things to do. I think the atmosphere is severely underrated.
Oh, yeah.
Some people may disagree with me on that one, but I'm going to go the Hokies by 14 plus.
Sorry, Baccio and anyone else that goes to Syracuse.
For me, I'm going to agree with both you guys. Q and Sandman.
All right, I'm not going to sing it because I'm going to get copyright.
We're going to get copyright claim.
We don't want to get copyright.
You're right. All right. Next up on the list, we got Oregon State, Arizona. I feel like this is Oregon State's like, I guess you could call it, I'm not going to call it a trap game, but this
it
game
could definitely
is definitely
be one. It could definitely be one.
Well, let me see. Who do they play the following week? The following week they play Stanford, or no, they play Colorado in Colorado. Yeah. Well, Boulder's not a good atmosphere anymore, so obviously win that. So I'm gonna go with the Beavers here, but I think this game's gonna be a shootout. Take the over 57.
Couldn't agree more with the over. I'm going with the Wildcats. Listen, Arizona has really something to prove.
They are.
And last time I was here, I really said there's a team that had to prove themselves, that had that prove yourself game. This could be the moment for Arizona. I expect not much on the defensive side. Listen, Arizona gave USC a good run for their money.
Well, that being said, USC is hot garbage.
But that defense is bad, but I'm not expecting a lot. Give me the Wildcats.
Wildcats. All right. Good pick. Good pick. I got to go, but I'm going to hit you with a little not so fast Oregon State. Yeah, you're going to hear me say not so fast a lot. All right.
Yeah,
Jacob, you make your pick. Who we got, Jacob?
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with DJ Ukulele.
Uyangalele is how I was told to say it.
Ukulele, bro. I'm gonna just call him ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele. I love that. I remember I went to a sports bar with somebody, and he's like, "Who's the quarterback?" And then I asked who that was. It was like DJ Ukulele. I'm like, "What the heck?" Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say ukulele at this point.
All right. Well, moving on to our I'm going to tell you right now, I need somebody out there who is good enough at editing to make the game day graphic where it shows our picks as we go. I need someone to do that.
No,
I'll pay you.
Get better at graphics then.
I'm trying my best. All right, next up, we got Washington State against the Sun Devils. I think Washington State is done for, and I think this is the Devils' this is Arizona State's statement win. Give me Arizona State at home.
I love it. I'm with JJ here. Shout out to my man.
Why are we agreeing on everything?
No, we haven't agreed on every pick, but
almost every.
We have a very similar mindset. Listen, Washington State, I don't know, they just falling off a cliff. The Sun Devils, I have a feeling they're still mad about the Colorado moment, where Colorado was doing that shenanigans at the end of the game. Give me Arizona State by, I'm gonna say it by at least one score.
At least. All right. I'll say this. Sorry to interrupt, but back to the Washington State game. I remember people were telling me that they were going to beat Washington in the Apple Cup.
I remember
that. Optimism is dead. But go on, Jacob.
So, I mean, you have a Arizona State team who, I'm going to say it, they pull the Giants, They go into the fourth quarter in Washington, a place where everyone expected them to get blown out. They pull the Giants. They're winning going into this fourth quarter, but they absolutely just don't do anything in the fourth quarter. It's simple Giants moment like that. But I mean, Washington State has kind of fallen off the side of a cliff. And
okay. Can I interrupt you for a second? How did Yordan Alvarez hit this pitch? It's a curveball 2 feet outside, and he got a base hit.
Yeah,
that's unheard of.
He hit a triple. He
hit a triple.
Right on
my goodness.
Right on it. Right on it.
Oh my goodness. Anywho, back to the Giants example.
So I mean, it's either going to be a win to get Washington back on track. Be a win that Arizona Sun Devil fans have been dying for. The students have been dying for. My man Rome has been dying for. My guy has been dying for. The basically everyone's dying for.
Yeah.
So they're home.
Thank you for the play-by-play, Mr. Matt Bear. Keep it going. I appreciate the updates. So you gotta go. If you're going Sun Devils on this one, all right. We all go Arizona State on this one.
Love it.
Right.
Now they're gonna lose by 40 to Wazoo. I'm calling it now.
You already know it.
Next up. Cincinnati Bearcats at Polk State. This game is intriguing to me. It really is intriguing when you look at this game. Because you got Cincinnati.
Who did Cincinnati? Oh, they lost to Baylor at home.
Cincinnati is coming off a brutal loss to Baylor. But that being said, they have been able to compete game after game after game. They're not really like getting destroyed in any game besides obviously the Iowa State game. They compete against Oklahoma. They compete against Miami, Ohio. They competed against Baylor. I think they're going to pull this one out. Nah, I'm just kidding. Polk State is going to roll Cincinnati.
Roll Cowboys is what you should say. We ride or die with the Cowboys. Not the Dallas Cowboys, but the boys from a little bit more north in Oklahoma. Listen, Oklahoma State. I mean, Cincinnati, I still feel like they're trying to get their feet wet into the Big 12 right now. And I think this could be a game where I think it's possible that Cincinnati can win this. I think it's going to be closer than some people expect. Give me the Oklahoma State Cowboys, though.
All right, good pick.
This is new because me and JJ like debate. We never agree like this.
Because he's always bashing my team, and I'm always defending my team. And then Gantz hops in.
I just bash whoever.
And then Gantz turns in, and then they turn into the Dudley boys, putting me through tables nonstop.
Facts.
Then I have to wait 30 minutes till I've already been put through the table for Connor Gaffney to back me up. Then he gets put through a table by Jacob, who comes down to the ring and starts opening up a can of whoop ass on both of us. Yes, I just came up with that on the spot.
Hey, JJ, you are the 11th man for a reason.
I am the 11th man. Scherzer got pulled.
This is going to be another across the table. Oklahoma State's going to roll easily at home.
Yeah, that means Cincinnati's going to win.
Yep.
Across the table never goes well on game day. Oklahoma at Kansas. I want to pick Kansas here, but
I feel like this could be a trap game for the Sooners.
Who do they play the following week?
I have no clue.
Because that's kind of like the main purpose of a trap game is who they play the following. In the following week, they play. Oh, it's Bedlam the following week. Yeah, this is absolutely a trap. It's Bedlam next week.
Wait, where is that? Where's that?
Oklahoma
State. At OK State this year.
Oh, at Polk's. Oh, man, that's Bedlam, all right. Jesus.
Listen, I'm going to get this out of the way. And I'm just going to cause insanity here. Give me Kansas by 1.
1 point.
I was legit about to say, give me Kansas.
Give me Kansas by like 1. It's going to be less than 3. Listen, Oklahoma's a great team. I just don't trust them. And this is the definite. JJ's right. This is a trap game. So, granted, my picks may be absolutely awful, but give me this in the battle of the old basketball schools. Give me the basketball school over the football school. Give me Kansas.
Oklahoma has not been a basketball school since God knows how long.
Oklahoma has been a basketball school since Trey Young was there.
All right, next game on tap. Give me the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Wisconsin Badgers. I love this game is at night. And by the way, I'm just going to let you know right now, Jacob, if Ohio State is trailing to Wisconsin going into the fourth quarter and jump around comes on when you're losing, you're finished. You're finished.
I agree.
You're done. If jump around comes on when you're losing, it's over. Done. But with that being said, I feel like Ohio State, as of right now, they're an absolute wagon. So they're going to sneak away. I think they're going to come away with a double-digit win over Wisconsin. Give me the Buckeyes by 20.
20? Not so fast, JJ. I think it's going to be much less than that. Not so fast, Mr. Sam. I'm going to say less than 10.
Game-winning field goal for Noah Ruggles?
Nah, I'm going to say it's going to be...
He's not even on the team. He's not on the team anymore.
I forgot. His kick was so bad, it pushed him out the door.
I still have questions with McCord, but listen, I think this is a game where he's going to look much better. Give me Ohio State. It's not going to be convincing, though. Yeah, I don't think it's convincing because it's on the road at Wisconsin.
He is definitely a lot more battle-tested than anyone. Yes. As much as I hate to admit it, that Notre Dame game changed him for the better. Moving on. All right, so across the board, you know what that means. Badgers are going to win.
Shut up. Please stop.
All right, moving on.
Why I picked them. There you go.
UCLA is going to absolutely dog walk them. I said it. Colorado might not win a single Pac-12 game. And as of right now, besides Arizona State, I don't see them. They had their win against Stanford. And in one of the biggest collapses I've ever seen, the same week that Colorado State won by beating Boise State after a 20-plus point comeback made it so ironic about Colorado. I think the Colorado experiment is over. I think the Bruins are going to roll these Bruins.
It's crazy how that a lot of us a lot of college football fans after that first week win over TCU, everyone was like, "Oh my God, this is the best thing to ever happen to Colorado. They're going all the way."
I wasn't.
Now look at them.
I've been a hater the whole time, and so far, I'm counting up my checks.
They're like legit. Like, this is terrible. Like Prime, I don't even think Prime has changed anything there. I mean, obviously he's gotten them more than one win.
He's changed the culture for sure. He's definitely made them a much more popular team.
He's definitely changed and showed a character, but he really hasn't. All he really has done.
Listen, I'm not going to discredit Prime. He's done a great job.
Yeah, he's done a great job, but he hasn't.
His ego is up here when it should be here.
Yeah, they haven't lived up to the potential everyone thought they would. But so I'm going. Obviously, I'm agreeing with you. They're gonna UCLA's dog walking them.
Absolutely.
Basil.
I mean, listen. If you look at Colorado's schedule, this might be one of their. I mean, they don't have many winnable games left. If you want to look at it, it's at UCLA, at home against Oregon State, home against Arizona, at Washington State, at Utah.
Man,
it's
over. They really don't have many winnable games left. Do I think Colorado's going to come out with more firepower? Maybe. But it's just going to burn out. Give me UCLA by more than 20.
All right, UCLA sweep. Tennessee at Kentucky at Kroger Field. I do feel like Tennessee is definitely in for a bounce back. But Kentucky is very good at home. And I feel like they're going to have a – who's their running back's name again? Number 7, like the really big guy. He had 200 yards against Florida.
I forgot his name.
I'm just going to look it up. Who's Kentucky's running back?
Professionals here.
Ray Davis. I think Ray Davis is going to have a monster game. I feel like Devin Leary is going to have a much better performance than he did last week. With that being said, give me Kentucky in this one.
Damn it, JJ. I thought we weren't going to pick the same team for this one.
Bro,
I thought you were going to pick Tennessee. But guess what? I'm picking Tennessee. Listen.
We're all picking upset.
Listen, I'm going upset again. Give me Tennessee. Listen, I get Kentucky.
Tennessee's the favorite, you moron.
They are the favorite?
Yes.
Wait, what? I didn't know.
Tennessee minus 3.5.
I didn't know Tennessee was the favorite for this. Oh, wow. So give me the favorite then. I didn't expect that.
Someone's not looking at the screen.
No, I was looking at my iPad for like a second, and it's just looking at you and not looking at the main screen. So, listen, Tennessee, they're going to have a bounce back. They're not going to only play one good first half. No. They're going to play a good second half and beat Kentucky. Listen, Kentucky's a good team, but give me the Volunteers.
The Vols. All right. Moving on, and we lost Miles. We lost Jacob. Whatever.
The Wi-Fi is in the bin.
I'm getting to the next game.
Hey, he's back.
We got USC against California. USC is going to win this game, but they're going to struggle against California.
Give me Cal. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you got me excited.
I am going with a monster day for Caleb Williams and 0 defense. What's the over-under? 67? If you're not spamming that over, I don't know what is wrong with y'all. Give me both teams. I'm going to say this game is going to feature like 70-something points at the bare minimum. Give me a monster day from Caleb. Give me a win for the
At the bare minimum, 70 points. At the bare minimum.
What is a defense? I think I need binoculars to see like if anyone can find where their defenses are.
Hey, Notre Dame had a defense against USC. In fact, that's the reason why they lost.
Yeah,
it's legit.
Got
USC plays legit James Harden defense, which is literally a ghost. It's literally like
inconsistent ghost.
Yeah,
I wish we could play USC every week.
Inconsistent as F ghost. Legit, it's probably going to be like a 50-something game.
Because Colorado's defense is also garbage. So
true.
This is going to be an interesting one. All right, so you got USC.
I'm going USC, though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go USC here.
All right, Duke and Louisville. We all know, apparently Louisville has a home atmosphere. I learned that the hard way when I said they had no fans. and I paid the price for it. But I mean, Riley Leonard, hats off to you, my man.
Is he
actually hurt? No, he's playing apparently.
It says key injuries, and it looks like Riley Leonard's right there, but
let me zoom in. Let me look that up. I'm pretty sure he's playing.
I think he's gonna play it, but I'm interested to see who JJ picks because I hope we don't have the same pick for this.
It says he loses Riley Leonard again. Okay, that's not what we want to hear. So
I know my pick already.
With that being said, Louisville is not getting embarrassed twice. If Riley Leonard plays, Duke. If not, give me the Cardinal at home.
What do you got, Jacob? I'm saying mine last.
I mean, if
why
Riley
the suspense,
Leonard
man?
You know what? Even if Riley Leonard is not playing, I still think Duke is going to win this one.
God damn it! I thought no one was going to pick Duke. Listen, another battle of the former basketball schools. I love it.
One basketball school.
Listen, it used to be two. Both these teams used to be good basketball schools. Now it's just one.
I remember that was back when Notre Dame was a basketball school.
Oh yeah, but listen,
Dick Auguste, Jeremy Grant, Pat Connaughton, those are my boys.
I watched Notre Dame get beaten like a drum against Duke at the ACC tournament a couple of years ago, back in 2019. Shout out to Barclays Center for having me there. But listen, I think Duke's gonna win. It's gonna be a dogfight, like no scoring at all. If you're not spamming the under, I don't know what's wrong with you. Listen, give me Duke. Very ugly game though for both teams.
Just a reminder, we're at 45 minutes yet, and we haven't even gotten to the NFL yet.
Love it.
We're in for a long show. Me too. All right, Oregon and Utah.
Give me the Utes.
Oregon finally stop the Utes from ruining their season.
No,
not this year.
No.
Give me the Utes at home.
Yeah,
College game day is going to be there, and they love to pander to the home crowd. And let's make this very clear: whoever Lee Corso picks is going to win. He is perfect on his headgear picks this year. Perfect.
No, he has one loss. He has one loss.
What was the loss?
I have no clue, but I know on game day Saturday I saw it. It said a loss.
I'm pretty sure he's unbeaten this year.
Can I just get my pick out of the way? Give me
Utah. Go. Make your pick.
Let's go, Utah. Listen, Oregon, Bo Nix. He's kind of nice. He's gonna be. I think he's gonna be a first. He's gonna be a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. I think he's that good. He's that much potential. But listen, Utah at Utah is a true struggle for not just Oregon, but I think most programs, 99% of programs in college football today. USC.
Oh my God! What a play by Jordan Addison. Are you kidding me?
He just ripped the ball out of Charvarius Ward's hands.
Love it.
What a play by Jordan Addison.
Love it. But yeah, give me the Utes. I'm going to say by 10 points. Give me the Utes.
Wow.
Go Utah.
Sources say that JJ loves the college that Jordan Addison came from.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, guys, we're clipping that. He just said he likes USC.
All right, well, the University of Selfish Condoms. Moving on.
Sorry about that, Mike.
All right, final game of the week, Georgia, Florida, baby. I'm going last. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going last.
This game's gonna be hella underwhelming.
I'll go first.
Georgia.
I'll go first. Let me go first. I'll go first. You know what? Even though Georgia has struggled. And, you know, they've got this been close against what? They were close against Vanderbilt at times. They've been close against who else have they been close against?
Too many teams. I don't even know.
Yeah, they've been close too much. There's been too many close games this year for them. It's the Georgia-Florida battle in Jacksonville. Probably the most hyped game on both schedules, besides the SEC championship game for Georgia every year. But I think this year we're going to have a new winner this year. It's finally going to happen. It's probably not going to happen. I'm saying this, but I think at the moment it's going to happen. Give me Graham Mertz and the Gators.
Wow.
He's going bull. I love it. Listen, the Georgia Bulldogs have had some struggles. But Florida, I was almost like leaning towards Florida, but when you compare the two, Florida lost to Kentucky, and Georgia killed Kentucky.
Now, that being said, you have to factor in Florida played them at Kroger, Georgia played them at Sanders.
Couldn't have been that impossible. I am going with the route of experience. Give me Georgia by less than 5.
This game is going to be a dogfight. It's going to be one of those.
I originally had this as a blowout, but
Me too.
You got to take it as a neutral site.
Oh, that is a good point.
Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Could have been a better scene. Give me Georgia by under 5.
I saw a beautiful, oh God, the Texas Rangers are going to the World Series. Yeah.
2-run double for Evan Carter.
I get to watch Max Scherzer win a World Series ring. Yay. Anyways.
Without DeGrom too. Yay.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for DeGrom. Good for him.
Yeah, true.
Nah, screw it.
I wanted him to pitch Game 7 in the World Series and him win it. That's what I wanted to see.
Screw that. Go Diamondbacks. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Actually,
but let's get back to college football because I don't want to jinx anybody. Knock on wood. Now, this game is going to be madness. I saw an amazing AI graphic of the stadium 50-50. I don't know if you guys saw it. The Florida, Georgia, like the AI
pull it up.
thing. It was incredible. Like, it was literally half red, half blue. It was, and the caption of it was Bloods versus Crips. Not sure why they thought that was a good idea, but then again, that's what it was. Now, with that being said, I feel like Georgia losing Brock Bowers is killer.
Yeah.
Because where would they would have lost to South Carolina without Bowers. They would have lost to Auburn without Brock Bowers. And guess what? This time, they're actually going to lose without Brock Bowers. Give me this thing here.
Going Florida. Love it. I'm the only one with Georgia. That means Georgia's going to win now. Because of all y'all went against my Jets pick against the Eagles. We already know where this is going.
Well, sorry, you can always change it back to Florida.
I'm never changing it.
Well, right, and it's 8-2 Rangers. 2-run single for Garcia.
All right, that game.
On top of that, we're 52 minutes in. We haven't touched on a football game yet. 52 minutes in. Love it.
Here we go. This is what we love. This is great. My quesadilla is getting cold. I'll warm that up later. All right. Let's dive into this week's NFL games. Starting off with our local boys. The New York Football Giants are back in the win column.
I don't know how they do
it. Yeah. I'm agreeing with what you just said, Robert. I don't know how they do it, but great. You know, great. I'm gonna clap it up. Great game for the Giants. Great game for the Giants.
Are you a moron?
Even though
Giants
it's only
played like hot garbage this game.
Okay,
they had no business playing.
JJ, stop for a second. I don't care if the final score was a score that you would see in the first quarter of a game, but the Giants can't come out on fire. 2 touchdowns in the first half, which we haven't seen a first half touchdown from the Giants since week 3. All right, and
that's they got 2. No, week 2. Week 2. Week 3 didn't score a touchdown. The whole game. You kicked 1 field goal. That was it.
Who they? No, they played the Niners week 3.
No. Oh wait. Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Go on.
So anyways, since week 3. So, they come out on fire. Defense, oh my gosh. I thought I was watching the Seahawks Giants game over, but it was on the right side this time. Giants 6 sacks on Sam Howell on Sunday. Defense plays great. Deontay Banks, first interception in the NFL. Absolutely ecstatic. And, it feels good to get back in the win column finally.
It was a weird game for me to watch. We had it on in the because me working with ESPN, I was in the truck on Sunday, and I was able to watch a little bit of this game. And listen, Sam Howell is concerning me.
Yes,
but the emergence of, and I talk about this on my other show, Into the Stands. We talked about the emergence of Micah McFadden.
And where can they find that podcast? Where can they find that podcast?
Oh yeah, of course. So if you search up the WIUR Iona Gales YouTube channel. My show is every Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. Myself, my 2 boys, Colin McGee, Chris Gambino. #1 sports show on the channel now. We've been #1 since April because we hosted a giant NFL draft special that went 6 hours long. It was
You know
insane.
what? I think I topped that with my free agent, with my trade
You
deadline.
did.
special.
You did. You did. It drove me nuts. You barely outdid us.
And
But
I had Jacob there for 3 hours, and watching his reaction to the Yankees. First of all, watching his reaction to the Yankees not doing anything was hysterical.
I couldn't imagine.
They waited till the last 10 minutes to trade for Kenyon Middleton.
I remember,
bro. Cashman made me like almost jump off the roof of my house.
I'm gonna be honest, Robbie. I was on PS5 remote play for about 3 hours of the 6.
Really?
I was just, yeah, I had it on one monitor.
Listen, fair play to you. Listen, the whole trade deadline, I was adjusting my house. I was kind of doing the same thing you were. I was on a podcast with my good friend Kyle Levinson, and after that,
AKA the worst college football picker I know. He said USC, LSU. He said USC. He said
Gans
USC.
is worse. Gans is worse.
I mean, to be
fair, some of Gans' picks are bad. If you're watching this, some of your picks kind of trash. Not gonna lie.
And
but
stop being anti Notre Dame, please.
But some of his picks have actually been pretty good. It looks as inconsistent as Caleb Williams recently. So I'll just go put it like that. But back to the Giants. This team is interesting because it doesn't make any sense how they're 1-1 with Tyrod Taylor, and what's their record with, and only one win with Daniel Jones.
1-5.
1-4 with Daniel Jones. How is that possible?
It's possible.
I don't know if it's
because
I don't know if to blame him. I don't know if to blame play calling. I don't know what you blame it on.
I said it from the get-go. I said it from the get-go. I made a tier list a while back of the most embarrassing moments in Giants history. Daniel Jones contract is going to end up as one of the worst contracts in Giants history. I've been saying it forever.
Everyone's going to say that forever. But
no, seriously,
listen, I think the Giants are going to have. Actually, I'm going to wait until my stuff for next week until when we talk about next week. But Washington, I'm very concerned about Washington because they have so many decent players. I think they're going I don't know what to think of Sam Howell anymore because he's just as inconsistent as I think he's just as inconsistent as a Desmond Ridder at this point because Sam Howell can look like a world beater and the next minute he's playing as bad as Desmond Ridder would for the Falcons sometimes. It's really inconsistent. So
it's bad. And we'll get into the Falcons in a minute. Now, we've already made our thoughts on this game. We are almost at an hour, so we may as well just run through the games for this weekend. These were some intriguing games. The Raiders-Bears game, I mean, Deonta Foreman, wow. Just wow. What a performance from him. Badgett had a really good game. But that just shows, I mean, why did the Raiders play Brian Hoyer and not Aiden O'Connell? When Aiden O'Connell was good. I don't understand it. Didn't make sense.
I don't get it either. No one's going to understand it. I mean, listen, the Bears had a good game plan. They stuck to said game plan. I mean, Badgett's an incredible story. D2 quarterback goes out and beat an NFL veteran.
I don't know which is better. I don't know if that or the Taylor Heineke story is better. They're both incredible.
Heineke. It's Heineke. Has to
Heineke?
be. I think it's Heineke. It's debatable, but I think it's going to be Heineke. Because Heineke, I don't think you can put those two stories really together yet because Badgett hasn't played enough to really rival Heineke.
I mean, Heineke almost beat the greatest of all time. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah. I remember it. I'll never forget it.
That was magic. Anyway, that does it for that game. The Browns and the Colts game, I mean,
I'm gonna just say this now. Why did the Browns trade for Deshaun Watson? That was such a stupid move. It was a terrible move. He's hurt again.
They gave up picks after picks, and you know how much money they gave him guaranteed? Say it with me if you know it. $230 million guaranteed. 230 guaranteed.
Listen, my thing is how much did they pay the refs? Like, I got $20 right here. Listen, the Browns game, I don't know really what to think of Cleveland anymore. I thought their defense was good, and they allowed 38 to the Colts.
Robbie,
the Colts look decent, and then they look terrible against the Browns on the defense. There's no defense. I don't know what to think of either of these teams, honestly.
And don't bring up the refs yet. I will get into that spiel when it comes to time.
I want to say a couple things about the Colts. Gardner Minshew is a perfect replacement for this year for AR. That is
I disagree.
No, he's right. No, he's 100% right.
I mean, granted, though, if you're going to have a guy that's that inconsistent, you go from that atrocious Jaguars game to this. Like, what are we going to expect from him for the rest of the season?
Yeah,
I mean, really.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, is that, I mean, he has some weapons, though. He does have weapons, but you could see he can run. He can definitely run.
He can. I'm not going to disagree with that.
And the other person I want to point out is, I forgot. I'm pretty sure it's Josh Downs.
Josh Downs. That's somebody that I wanted the Giants to get.
That's the Colts MVP right now.
I wanted the Giants to get Josh Downs. I'm so serious. I wanted the Giants, if they didn't draft a corner, to get Josh Downs.
Josh Downs has been a perfect guy for the Colts at the moment.
Yeah, he has.
And if people watching, if he's in your favorite leagues, turn off this for like 30 seconds and go put in a waiver claim for this guy, because he is be a top guy in fantasy soon.
Doing that at the very moment, so thank you for the heads up.
Not so fast. Wait, are you doing it in the camp league? Because I'm doing it right now.
Oh, absolutely not. I gave up on that league.
Dude, you're in the playoffs right now, I think.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding. Yeah, JJ, you're like 500. JJ,
I'm kidding. You're not in the playoffs. You have the same record as my mid team. Come on.
Hey, listen. At least I'm doing decent in my rookie season.
What game next, JJ?
Next game, Lions Ravens. I'm disgusted. I'm flat out disgusted by the Lions.
That had potential. That had potential to be a good game. That legit had potential.
The Ravens just did whatever they wanted, and I'm gonna stop talking about it because this game pissed me off. On to the Bills-Patriots game. I said the Pats were gonna cover in this game. Did I not? Did I not say this was gonna be a close game?
I didn't watch last week.
Screw you. Watch our shows.
Listen, I'm a busy man. Listen, ESPN takes up a lot of time. I will tell you right now, being a broadcaster for that, the prep, everything. If y'all are not a broadcaster, you can't say this really yet. Some of these guys do. I do prep for multiple days with schoolwork and my schedule. It's kind of hard, but by the way, it's a pleasure to be here. I forgot to say that in the beginning. I feel horrible now, but this is like a lot of fun.
It only took you an hour and 3 minutes.
Dude, I literally had whatever.
Move on. Bills Pats.
This game for the Patriots, though, I said this on my show, the Robbie Basil Show. Watch it. It's on YouTube. It's called @the Robbie Basil Show. Make sure you check that out. So you
promote your shows, but you won't watch our shows.
I promote you. I promoted you last time I was here.
Yeah, but back in August.
No, I've promoted it multiple times.
Well, thank you for that.
Watch my show.
All right.
Listen, the Patriots, they need a direction, and they need to stop doing this half and half type of deal. If you want to be bad, please devote to being bad. Take your number 3 pick and leave. Just go to the depths of hell. You guys do not need to be relevant in the news. Okay? You are relevant with the Bill Belichick contract, which I don't even know what to think about that either. But this whole thing is like, what the heck?
You're only saying that because you're a Jets fan.
I don't know what to think about Mac Jones anymore.
I'm sorry, but you're only saying this because you're a Jets fan and the Jets are better than the Patriots.
No, I'm not. I'm saying this from an unbiased perspective because the Patriots, listen, that team, their only wins have been, I believe, against AFC East teams. It doesn't make any sense. They've lost to the Dolphins. They've beaten the Jets, which they deserve to win, and they've beaten the Bills, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to think about this game very much, but the ground game for both these teams was bad. If either of these teams could have improved their running game, I think if the Bills had a better running game, I think they would have won this game. But it's a weird one. Josh Allen is terrible against the AFC East, apparently. That's my conclusion.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know. The Patriots are in a weird spot now because if they go out and win a couple more games, listen, if they win next week, how does it look for their trade deadline? They're in a really weird situation.
Not good. It would really backfire on them. Cardinals, Seahawks. Do we even really need to talk about this?
Nah,
No, really.
Seahawks.
JSN,
Seahawks
though.
played well.
Shout out JSN.
All I want to say is Seahawks play well without DK.
All right. I'm gonna
JJ,
take
I
a
need to
breath
hear about
for
the
a minute.
Steelers Rams.
I'm gonna take a
JJ,
breath
the
for a
floor
minute.
is yours. The floor is yours,
All right,
JJ.
thank you. I'm just gonna tell you right now, people in my house are sleeping, so I'm not gonna scream. But that being said, what the actual fuck? I mean, bruh. Can we just I don't even know what to call this game. I really don't know what to call this game. Because I asked so many Steelers fans, do you think Kenny Pickett the first? No, but welcome to Steelers football. They're used to this every single week. We're not. We almost, and listen, I will give the Rams credit for being able to have all these one-score games. That being said, turn them into one-score wins. This is our fourth one-score loss this year. And I'm counting the Eagles as a one-score loss because
that's special, by the way.
Yeah. We're not the Vikings, but goddamn, stop with the one-score losses. I will give this team credit. They are definitely fighting. I think Puka Nacua showed out. 8 catches, 140-some yards. Kid was a dynamo. Catch of the year so far. I'm telling you that. That was catch of the year. And everybody talks about how bad the officials were. I hate to break it to you, but to all the Steelers fans telling me that TJ Watt's neutral zone infraction call was bad, the only calls that are going to be judged about after the game are the ones that impacted the outcome of the game. And the one I can immediately think back to is that 3rd and 7 where Penny throws an absolute duck to Deontay. Deontay misses the ball, falls down. There's a smidge amount of contact between him and Akello. And the next thing you know, oh, look at me. I'm an official. I'm trying to make the play of the game. Throw the flag. Pass interference on the defense. But the next thing you know, Deontay Johnson starts doing pulling the Chase Claypool. So the next thing you know, another flag gets thrown. Pass interference, defense number 44. Unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, offense number 18. Plays offset, replay the down. And as this is going on, the Rams have no timeouts. Just letting you know. With under 2 minutes, because they had just burned their last timeout 2 plays ago. Now, I would have had to have let it go to at least 2.5 minutes before burning the timeout. Burning the timeout at 3:03, I did not understand. And it eventually cost his team the game. Because you get to the 3rd and 7, they run the ball with Najee, they get 6, and that leads to the 4th and 1. And can we just all agree that Kenny Pickett was a full yard short?
Yeah, he was definitely.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
And here's what's so sad about that. You look at the replay, and everyone and their mother knows he was short. Even when he got pushed, he went backwards on the push. And you look at the spot.
I just want to say this though. When they measured it, was there even a piece of the ball ahead of the chain?
Yes, the very top of the ball was ahead of the chain. And on top of that, the spot was awful. As soon as I saw the spot, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. And then I see it, and next thing you know, apparently the booth is not allowed to review a call when it hits the 2-minute warning. It has to be after the 2-minute warning.
Yes, that's right.
So I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? And that's how we lost. It was brutal. Absolutely heartbreaking. But yeah, I mean, we play the Cowboys this week. I think we'll do better. But
Have fun.
I will. And I'm looking forward to the Brett Maher legacy game. Speaking of which, I almost forgot. Brett Maher misses 2 field goals and an extra point. And for those of you that know how to do math, how many points did the Rams lose by?
7.
What's 6 plus 1?
7. Love it.
7 points. And on top of that, can someone explain to me why we have an active criminal on this team over one of the best rookie cornerbacks in the league, and Trey Hodges-Tomlinson? They don't play him. They started Darion Kendrick, who, by the way,
Didn't he get cut?
No, he had just gotten arrested for having a gun in his car on Monday. shows up to practice Friday, plays Sunday, and gets absolutely torched by Pickett and Deontay Johnson, as I expected. And that was so unfortunate because he's so bad. He can't prove himself, and it's agonizing as a Ram fan. That's my spiel on the game because I didn't do a TikTok recap. And for those that are asking for a TikTok recap, you're not getting a TikTok recap. Sorry. Moving on to the Chargers and the Chiefs game. I don't know which was more annoying. The fact that they kept showing Taylor Swift or the fact that they won't get the industry plant out of our goddamn heads.
I don't know. I mean, listen, Travis Kelce looked good again.
Good
is
an
he averages over 100 yards when T Swift is at the game.
Good is an understatement.
I was about to say that. You cut me off from that line. I mean, good is at minimum.
Yeah, and that
fantasy
touchdown.
owners around the world are praising Taylor Swift, bowing down to her, saying, please keep coming to this man's games and bless our fantasy teams. Because this dude, I don't get it. Like, what the heck? I don't get it.
I can't wait for the breakup song.
The Chargers. I don't know anymore about you.
The Chargers are going to charge.
And get a competent head coach.
Yeah, how does he still have a job?
The Chargers are all, because I say it every week, and I'm going to continue saying it. The Chargers are always going to charge her. Fuck you, Spanos.
Spanos is I don't
know. It's all Spanos' fault. Why did they go to Los Angeles? No one likes them in LA.
They played in a soccer stadium for a while.
A soccer stadium. And I know you did. You probably tried to go to that soccer stadium.
I didn't actually.
Are you serious?
Tickets are actually pretty expensive to do that, actually.
Well, like I said, fuck you, Spanos. They're taking an innocent team out of San Diego, a place where they were loved and worshipped.
Hey, I mean, what was it called? Qualcomm Stadium?
Yeah, Qualcomm.
Yeah, that was actually a nice stadium. They should have stayed.
It was sad how they left. But yeah, the Chargers are going to charge her. Okay, this game had me on edge because little do people know I'm in a survivor pool, and I had lasted 7 weeks until
that's not bad.
Godforsaken Green Bay Packers sold it. They were my lock because they're playing the Broncos, and there's no way the Packers would get humiliated 2 weeks in a row. Little did I know, Jordan Love is really just Matt Flynn in disguise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Broncos country. Let's ride. They won a game. I had to say it. I had to do it. Listen, the Broncos, they're a very weird team. Like some of the things they do, like Broncos. Before I pull my notes, Broncos country. Stop saying that. Russell Wilson, 20 of 29 for 194, which is better. Cortland Sutton caught a touchdown. Good for him. But they really limited Jordan Love, and they really limited the running game from Green Bay, and that's what really was a big impact in this game. I mean, A.J. Dillon, 15 for 61, which isn't crazy. Aaron Jones, 8 for 35. Why is A.J. Dillon getting more touches than Aaron Jones? I don't know. But their leading receiver, and the reason I think why they were heading towards winning this game was A.J. Dillon was their leading receiver.
Brutal.
What? Why? Throw the ball to Christian Watson. It's driving me nuts.
Honestly. And just a reminder to all you Denver Broncos fans out there, the ride never ends.
Broncos country.
Let's ride.
At this point, I was going to say Broncos country. They all want to die, but listen. The ride, like I said, the ride never ends. In a second. But by the way, unfortunate news from I think it was Kareem Jackson who did get suspended for that hit on Luke Musgrave.
That poor soul. Wait, Robbie, what did you say before? What did you say before that?
You got a lolcow? Is that a lolcow? Did you have like an image of that? What was that?
Potentially. Back to the.
I have an idea for that.
This last game, the Dolphins.
Yeah, there you go.
Game of the week. Game of the week.
It further proves my point that this weekend was dominated by, as the greatest YouTuber of all time, Urinating Tree loves to call it, good old-fashioned ref ball to protect the almighty shield. Now, I'm not going to get into the Dolphins-Eagles game because the Eagles just crushed them in the second half, but there was a quote by one of our defensive linemen. His name is Bobby Brown. He said, Imagine if we started finding officials. Maybe then there would be much better officiating. Bobby Brown, you're suspended for the season without pay, and you're fined $1.5 billion because no one can hurt the almighty Shield. Sadly.
Let me talk about this. Being a ref myself in another sport, unfortunately, while it does drive me nuts that referees get criticized by fans, players, coaches as much as they do, there are some moments in any sport, whether it be soccer, my sport predominantly, or in this case with football, where they actually deserve it. This is one of those moments, ladies and gentlemen. There were too many missed calls. How did the Eagles not have a penalty?
10-0. That was the penalty margin.
Yep. What was it? 10-0? 10-0, yeah. I mean,
awful.
I don't know. There are some bad officiating crews. There are some good ones. I think there are some good ones. But I just feel like the league itself, and this is for every sport, needs to find some level of consistency with any call that they make. Have to. And if they, granted, the issue with officiating in general is it's all on perspective and where you are. So the referees will miss stuff, but they're like some of the calls that were missed are called. And there's some PI stuff that I'm like, what the hell are you calling? And then there's some
play
on the right tackle where he was looked like he was uppercutting the freaking edge for the Dolphins.
Same thing with us uppercutting TJ Watt, but again, they're not going to call
that happened to us when we played them. They did the same thing to freaking Quinnen Williams and Bryce Huff. Listen,
shocker. Anywho,
we beat them though. We beat them though. So
we know you've made that very
and then that happened with KC too. But we all know what happened with KC. But
that was
the Eagles get their much needed bounce back. I called that on Friday on my own podcast. I said the Eagles are going to get a bounce back.
It sucks that the Shield plays favorites.
Yep,
it's sad.
Good way to put it.
But speaking of the opposite of sad, it's time. The moment you've all been waiting for. It is time to debut our mystery segment. I teased about it this morning.
It only took us an hour and 17 minutes to get to it.
All right. So you mentioned there's a lot of jokes in the league. There's a lot of bad things that go down. Now, my original pick for this was going to be the North Carolina Tar Heels. Losing to one-win Virginia at home. However, there was a certain person that really took it to the next level. That person had the audacity to say that the Philadelphia Phillies were going to lose to the Arizona Diamondbacks in 6 games. Also had the audacity to say that the Astros were going to wipe the floor with the Rangers. Also had the audacity that the Packers as his lock of the week. And on top of that, had the entire world pick his Los Angeles Rams against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And as a result, had to wear a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey this morning. I crowned myself Lil Cow of the Week.
Love it. I thought you were talking about me for a second because I had the same picks you did for the first two. I thought you were going to say me. I'm like, what did I do? What?
And for those that don't believe me, there it is. There's me rocking the Steelers jersey.
Yo, Herb should have screenshotted that. Not gonna lie.
I gave it to Herb. I showed it to him.
Good.
And let me tell you, when I had to put on that jersey, it was just so painful. I hate it. So, one time a week, there will be 3 nominees. And one of them will be selected for Lil Cow of the Week. There is
our mystery. Can I give y'all a recommendation?
What do you got?
Okay. Y'all should make your thing on Monday morning and then make a poll about it on Instagram and then people vote.
I was just thinking that.
That's a great idea.
I do for my podcast, Into the Stands by the Falls on Instagram. We do every week on my personal Instagram a pick 'em for Thursday Night Football. And we break the game down on my show at the end of my 5 to 6 show. We do so. I think you guys picking Lil Cow of the Week as a poll on either JJ's personal, Jacob's, or your shows, I think would be actually a very interesting idea.
Oh, absolutely, it would be. All right, so let's dive into the moment you've all been waiting for.
Finally.
It's time for it's picks time. Finally, put your caps on. Just a reminder, I just want to flex this off. I am 57-33 in my picks.
That's actually not horrible.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
All right, Robbie.
But
rules
first,
for the NFL side.
I'm gonna flex this. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna flex this right now because my college pick'em, I'm pretty sure, is even better than that. My college pick'em is
I bet it's
a whopping
actually worse. I bet it's worse.
37-23. I lied.
Right.
This is better.
What are the rules?
All right, give them the rules.
All right, so the rules are for the NFL edition of J&J Game Day, you get a lock and a upset, one each. And obviously, each pick you get right, that's +1. If you get the upset, that's +1. You get the lock, that's +1. And that's it. Your record to beat is still, and this guy is still at the moment the undisputed best picker of J&J show, JT from Academy.
JT.
14-3.
I need to find the betting lines now because I don't know who to pick for my upset. Lock, I know, but.
All right, let's dive in. Thursday night.
Anyways, also before, if you want to be the best camp pick, your record to beat is 10-4.
So you got some different.
All right, let's do it. I got my odds up.
All right, let's do it. First game: Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
Listen, this game is going to be weird, and I expect this game to be closer. I mean, the Bills, I am going to pick Buffalo. I mean, I think this is stupid to not pick Buffalo. And the reason I'm saying Buffalo is, listen, they had a very weak game against the New England Patriots. But remember when they lost to the Jets week 1? Didn't they, go crazy week 2?
They went on
against the Raiders.
37-3.
I'm seeing a possible repeat. Not as big, but give me Buffalo. It's not my lock of the week, though. I have my lock of the week.
I'm all Buffalo Bills. I mean, I feel like it would be an idiotic pick if I didn't. So Jacob is going to assume you're taking the Bills as well.
Yep.
All right, moving on. Next up. Oh, great. At 1 o'clock. Oh, God. Okay, at least
really? This is a 1 o'clock game?
At least I get my misery done early. So that's nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's get it done.
All right, so I'm going to break down this game as I normally do. The Rams going into this game are 6.5-point underdogs. Now, the way I look at this game is simple. This is a trap game for Dallas. Dallas plays Philadelphia, I believe, in Philadelphia next week. I'm pretty sure they're already looking towards the Eagles. And the way that I look at it, this Rams team, man, they fight. They compete. They scratch and claw with other teams. Their biggest wins were against the Arizona Cardinals by 17 and the Seahawks also by 17. The only games that the losses. Oh, wait, what was the third win? It was Arizona, Seattle. We played somebody. Indianapolis. Yes, Indianapolis. Did they blow a 23-0 lead in that game? Yes. But did they come back in the end? Win in overtime? Yeah, they did. So I feel like this is going to be a very scrappy game. Expect the wide receiver duo to go off on that disgrace of a Cowboys secondary because really they have no one. So, but that being said, I got the Cowboys 25-20, but the Rams will cover.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. I have the Rams not covering, actually. I think this game is going to be I'm expecting a big day from Tutu Atwell and Puka Nacua, but listen, I don't like this Rams secondary very much.
I hate this secondary. It's garbage.
What's the line? Mine
6.5.
6 for what's it?
6.5.
Oh, it's 6.5 now. Beautiful. Yeah, they ain't covering. They're not. Give me Dallas by a lot.
All right. No optimism. All right. What do we got, Jacob?
Sorry, JJ Dallas.
All right. Looks like the Rams are going to win this one then. Let's not forget the jinx of the sweep. All right. Vikings and the Packers. Now, many, many moons ago, I would be taking the Packers to win this game in a landslide. And guess what? I still am. The Vikings cannot beat the Packers to save their lives. Give me the Green Bay Packers as my upset of the. No, I'm just kidding. Give me the Vikings.
I was about to say.
They really wrote GB down.
Write down MIN.
Nice job. Yeah, give me Minnesota. I mean, listen, Minnesota's a decent team still. I'm worried about Jordan Love. I'm very worried about Jordan Love. That being said, I think Green Bay will keep this close, but give me Minnesota.
Now, I'll tell you what. If the Vikings end up losing this game, I might kick myself in the balls.
Nice.
What? How is that possible?
I don't know.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers was on the Peyton and Eli Manning cast.
Of course he will. This man cannot stay out of the spotlight. I swear to God.
Bro, he can't. He can never. Like, this man should just.
Listen, he might come back.
You know what? 1 in a million chance next week. Aaron Rodgers is the guest picker next week. 1 in a million chance.
Love it.
Man,
get him on here.
Nah, next thing you know, Aaron Rodgers suits up against the Giants, and then ticket prices skyrocket.
No, listen,
like crazy.
I think he's going to suit up in the game that I'm supposed to be going to, and that's the Houston Texans. I think that's going to be the game. Listen, the Texans can't stop many things. More on the Texans in a minute because I do have them for one of my picks.
All right, next game, we got the Falcons and the Titans. The Titans are terrible, period.
Why are they why did more people pick Tennessee?
Because people are idiots. Give me the Falcons on the road.
I am worried about Bijan because he might have an injury, and the Falcons might be in trouble because of not reporting an injury. That being said, I do not trust the Titans' ground defense. I don't trust their defense in general. They just traded Kevin Byard for a bag of chips.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
And Terrell Edmonds. And Terrell Edmonds.
So
what kind of bag of chips did they got?
Like a small fountain drink then? But
drink. No, you know what it is? It's a free medium soda. That's what it is.
Okay, I like that one.
Free medium soda.
Love it. Give me the Falcons.
For you, Jacob.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I got to go Falcons here. There's no way.
I mean, if Derrick Henry is on this game, I'm not even going to go to that because the Titans defense is still going to be so bad.
Yeah, the Titans are probably going to sell at the deadline. I'm really hoping that we can get someone from them, preferably like a corner that's decent or a kicker, because we need a kicker.
I mean, obviously we're going to get to. There's a chance maybe next week we're going to be talking some NFL trade deadline because it is Halloween Day. Apparently, the deadline is. But a little preview for that. In my opinion, the Rams need corners, right?
Yeah, we do. By the way, we could be doing a potential Halloween episode where we dress up in full costumes, potentially.
Yeah, there's.
That would be funny. I
don't know what I would wear for that, but if we do, that would be cool.
Find something. Go as Brutus.
I just want to say this. The Rams, a potential Titans player for the Rams, Caleb Farley.
Yes.
No, I just feel like he's always injured. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he always is, but if he's not, he's a good fit for the Rams.
I will give up a 4th round pick immediately.
I think that's a good trade. What's next? Saints Colts.
I gotta go with the Indianapolis Colts at home because, like I said, they are a good team. I think Cleveland's a little bit better than them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, listen, I like the Saints. Derek Carr, though, back during NFL free agency time, I was hyping for Derek Carr to come to the New York Jets, and I didn't think Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is real.
But it happens.
And I was praising everyone, saying, "Please, everyone, give us Derek Carr. We need a quarterback." I regret that very much. So I knew JJ was gonna have some laughs at me.
That's brutal. I think maybe you said Lamar Jackson because that was possible too.
Listen, I was praising for. I love my boy Zach Wilson. I have his jersey right there. I've had to wear that thing every week with this hoodie. Listen. Fun story. Week 1, I wore the Zach Wilson jersey, and my roommate, who's actually not my roommate anymore, we were watching the game right where the laptop is, and we saw him Rodgers get injured, and I think I got like 20 FaceTime requests about Zach Wilson to everyone was like to clown me, and then Zach won, and I was like, "Oh, let's go, boys!" I'm like, "F all of you, just leave me alone." And then,
fuck off, Robbie.
Listen. Colts. I have the Colts winning. I really do miss Anthony Richardson. If he was in this game, it'd be a much bigger win. Listen, if Anthony Richardson was here, that would have been my lock of the week. But unfortunately, he's not here, so I am going with the Colts in this one.
Sad but true.
I expect Josh Downs to have another breakout game.
Okay, moving on. Pats, Dolphins. I mean, come on now. Give me the Miami Dolphins.
Give me the M. That's the wrong way. M. Miami.
Give me the M as the lock.
Yeah,
you're going that with the lock. Okay.
Dolphins the lock.
My lock is much different than yours. You're gonna like my lock.
Jets, Giants, we're skipping. We're doing that at the end.
Love it.
That's the final topic for a reason. It's JJ
for this one because I could have picked this. Oh, I'm not picking that. That's
Jacksonville and the Steelers. This game is gonna sound crazy to me, but it's not. The Steelers cannot beat the Jaguars. They can't. Make the trend continue. Jacksonville on the road.
Listen, the Steelers are an interesting one. They got the return of Deontay Jackson. I think he's going to have a big impact in this game.
And an extremely lucky team, to say the least.
Listen, they have good weapons. They have Deontay Jackson. They have
George the refs Pickens in their pocket.
I mean, you could argue that as well. But listen, I don't know about the consistency of Jacksonville.
That is a good
But
point.
Unfortunately, shout out to my guy Danny Erb. I am not picking Pittsburgh because I am an unbiased fan. I want Pittsburgh to win, even though I have Trevor Lawrence on my fantasy team. This is an unbiased pick. Give me Jacksonville.
Kitty will meow once again on the road in Pittsburgh. What do we got, Jacob?
I mean, the Jags need to incorporate. They didn't incorporate Ridley much, even though they did get the job done though with Kirk and stuff.
Why did they trade for him? That was such a dumb trade.
Whoa, okay. I'm gonna say this. It was one game. It was
when you could have, but then again, there were so many other options you could have traded for, and you got Calvin Ridley. I'm not saying it's stupid trade in general.
Ridley has been solid. Ridley's been solid.
I'm not saying it was a stupid trip, but why are people hyping it up? Like, it's just an average ass
because of how good he can be. It's one of those where it's like when you make a move for a player for how good they can be. It's kind of like what JJ, you would know this. Remember when the Arizona Coyotes signed the OEL contract because of what he can be?
God.
You can make a comparison to that in a way. Just throwing all your eggs saying, wow, we have a guy who could be good based on what he can be, not what he is yet. We're going to throw all of this money, or in this case, trade for someone who can be like that, but we just don't know. It's a weird situation for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Eagles?
Next up on the agenda is the Eagles.
We haven't gotten to any of my picks yet.
Commanders. Give me the Birds.
The Birds. Go
Birds.
Fly,
Go Birds.
Eagles fly. Shout
on
out
the
to
road to victory.
Okay, we're not saying that now.
Fly, Eagles fly. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3.
All right, JJ, if you continue to sing, I'm going to bring out what you don't want me to bring out.
Oh, God. Not the 11th
right.
man.
Thank you.
No,
Next
not
game,
that.
please.
Not that. It's incorporated. What is it? What is it? Eagles, what? Blank Eagles?
I don't know.
Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery.
Where are the Eagles from? Where are the Eagles from? JJ's going to know this.
Oh, okay. Nope. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, or this show is over. Moving on.
We're not getting. This show's not getting demonetized when I'm here.
Yeah, it's not happening.
All right. I want to talk about this one. Let me talk.
Yeah.
Let me enlighten some people here on the Texans.
This
is my lock of the week with the Houston Texans, and I'll tell you why this is my lock of the week.
Wow.
I thought about this one for a long time because I was originally going with the Dolphins and I was originally going to go with the Eagles. The Texans, I think this is going to be this game could go a million ways, but I'm really confident in the Houston Texans. In the battle of the quarterbacks in their most recent draft class, unfortunately, last year when we saw this matchup, we saw 1 beat 2. This year, 2 is going to beat 1. give me the Houston Texans as my lock of the week.
I agree. I
love
agree
these-
1,000%.
I love these intros. These intros you do are amazing.
I agree 1,000% with this pick. CJ Stroud has been way better than Bryce Young. I'm not even gonna say much. Give me my OSU bro. Give me my OSU brother.
Give me the DeMeco Ryans experience in the Houston Texans.
I hyped him up in February. I hyped him up a lot.
By the way, Rob, I'm just gonna tell you right now, those intros you do are great. Keep them coming.
Listen, when I go on ESPN for my possible play-by-play debut on Saturday, it's very possible that it can happen. I'm gonna be locked in with like a million of those. You already know what that's gonna look like.
Where can I watch
this
it?
one I have a question about. What's the line for this? Because mine, I've looked at two of them and they're completely different.
I got Browns +3, and because of that, Browns are my upset of the week.
I agree with JJ. Love
Bang.
it.
Let's go.
Wait, hold on.
I'm on FanDuel, by the way.
Yeah. I am on Vegas Insider.
That app sucks.
Yeah, I had a feeling. It was literally the first. I don't bet anymore. I don't bet people, so
I still do, and I'm addicted.
I'm 19 and I don't do it. People think, by the way, I was in my truck, the ESPN truck recently for the game on Sunday. People said, I think I had about the entire crew with me, but I'm the youngest one on the team. And they were saying to me that it was impressive that I don't sports bet. I don't know what to make of that, by the way. But yeah, give me the upset with the Cleveland Browns over the Seahawks. It's going to be a fun one. Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah.
Now I'm on draft.
Yep. Next up, you got your pick, right, Jacob? You got Seahawks, the Brownies.
I'm going with the Seahawks.
Boring.
Ooh.
Next. Well, I think we all know who to pick on this one.
Broncos country. They all want to die.
The ride never ends. That's the best.
Love that.
I love it.
Wait. I'm not picking the Chiefs. I'm picking the Taylor Swift Chiefs. All right.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Get off my stage. Never say that ever again. That'll get you canceled faster than the Philadelphia Stone.
Are the Niners on bye this week?
Niners are on bye.
I was gonna make a meme about the Niners. Dang it!
It's the Whiners, by the way, not the Niners.
Hey, the Niners.
I'm gonna say they have a pretty good game this week. They do play this week. Oh, perfect.
Oh, god damn it. All right. Well, the Ravens are going to absolutely mollywop the Cardinals.
I think this game could be close, not going to lie, but it's not. It's possible that it's close, but yeah,
So,
Ravens by like 17.
Is that your insight on the Battle of the Birds?
The Birds, listen, I was going to make an Edgar Allan Poe meme reference.
Hey, the Cardinals having a good second half. Quote the Raven.
Nevermore. Give me the Ravens. I love that. I was literally going to go with
that. That was cold.
That was good. Listen, I'm giving you inspiration,
And I'm using it to my advantage. All right. I think we all got the Ravens in this one. So I'm very happy I got my lock and upset out of the way already. Okay. Why on God's green earth is this the Sunday Night Football game?
Look where it is.
Oh.
The Battle of Mid, ladies and
gentlemen. Wait, we skipped this one. All right. Bengals.
Hey, we don't even need to talk about it. It's going to be a Niners run show.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a pretty good game from my man Brock Purdy. But I think this game's going to have no defense. I really think Jamar Chase is going to have a big day in this one. Besides that, I'm going to go Brock Purdy. This is the game where he's going to go absolutely nuts.
I think this is the game where
this was almost my projected Super Bowl in my season preview video on my channel, and I picked the Niners.
My Super Bowl preview is Bills versus Eagles, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's not looking very good with the Bills.
Hey, the Bills will get it together.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's
next game, Chargers, everybody.
Fuck them. Give me the Bears.
Oh, you're going Tyson Badgett on the road?
Tyson Badgett, baby. Are you ready for nothing but Chicago Bears fans at SoFi Stadium? Because the Chargers have absolutely no fans, and they're worse than we are when it comes to fans.
Hold on, I want to see something. What's Tyson Badgett's career record in college on the road? I want to know this. So, Jacob, make your pick, and then I'll
Chargers easily.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Road
Boring.
We can't find it.
I
That's
can't find it
unfortunate.
either. Damn it. All right. Well,
This
screw
dude
it.
won the Harlan Hill. I don't even know what that is.
No one does. Bears. Bears money line. Next game.
Chargers. I'm picking the Chargers.
Raiders Lions. Bro, these games suck after 1 o'clock.
Listen, I don't even watch Monday Night Football anymore because I got stuff to do. So
Me too. I'm out here doing J&J podcast. By the way, we just hit an hour 40.
Love it.
This is our longest
episode. Homework right now. I love this.
This is our longest episode. All right, so that is our NFL picks. And
wait, we're not done yet. We have one game left. Don't me, JJ.
Piece of garbage. That was supposed to be my cue.
I know. I had that written down on my script saying spoil JJ's intro. I had that
All
written
right.
down.
Well, I mean, what is there more to say? At the beginning of the season, there were some idiotic morons that thought that this was going to be a potential Super Bowl matchup. Well, let me tell you right now.
That was true? Wait, what?
Like the expectation of the Mets and the Yankees in the World Series, this game has turned into the Battle of Mid.
I wouldn't put it like that.
The Jets and the Giants. Boys, it's all yours. Go at it.
Jacob, let's hear your take first from the team that just won, and I'll dive into mine real quick. Go ahead.
So, ever since the season started, I thought this was a winnable game for the Giants, and I still think that. You know, even though it's a 2-5, and, you know, the Giants have looked absolutely pathetic. But even though they haven't been as great as they were last year, I feel like there's a sign of life for this team. Because last week's win, even though it was the most ugliest win, most crappiest win, they showed up Sunday and they showed improvements. I mean, I really think the key to the game is whoever the QB is. If it's Tyrod, Saquon needs to show off. If it's Daniel Jones, then I don't even know what to say about that.
Is Saquon okay, by the way? I heard he got picked up a knock.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine.
That's what I thought.
All right. Well, that's my take. Robbie, who's yours? Robbie, what's yours?
I mean, let me just break this down for y'all real quick. The New York Jets, can we just go over the quarterbacks they've beaten this season? Or almost, I'll put it like this, who they should have beaten this season? They beat Josh Allen. They should have beat Patrick Mahomes. They beat Jalen Hurts. But it's not because really of the play of Zach Wilson. It's the New York Jets defense, headlined by the Williams brothers, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed. And oh, by the way, those last two I just mentioned, they were out. The Jets had so many players out, it just went out and beat the Philadelphia Eagles. Something I don't think the Giants would do even with a fully healthy squad.
Yep.
So the New York Jets, can this be a trap game for the Jets? Absolutely. But there are a couple of situations last year where the Jets entered a trap game. And I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh game from last year because I thought this was a trap game automatic. Because the Steelers, could they start Kenny Pickett? Can he do a lot of the good things? I think this could be another one of those moments. But who shined late in that game with Pittsburgh? Garrett Wilson was one of them.
Correct.
But Zach Wilson played well in the fourth quarter.
Didn't you guys win the last few seconds, if I'm not mistaken?
No. We won I think we won 2 minutes left or something. I don't remember. Actually, no. Yes, we did. Because that's when we beat look what we did. We beat the Browns late. The Jets are one of those teams last year where they set everything late. This year, they've kind of done part of the same. But the Jets have when they played last year in their statement win, when they beat the Green Bay Packers, how did they follow that up? Struggling against the Denver Broncos. And I see something similar happening here, where it just drags out all your brain cells and everything is drained all the way, possibly past the Mississippi River. So, my quick thoughts on this one are my questions. I always go with questions. What does Zach Wilson look like against this Giants defense? And the Giants have emerging linebackers in Bobby Okereke and Micah McFadden. By the way, big fan of Micah McFadden. I've loved Micah McFadden. I think the Jets' O-line will get absolutely decimated. But I think the Giants' O-line is going to get decimated more. But the other part that the Jets have struggled with is facing mobile quarterbacks, especially in the first half. So I think this is not really focusing on 60 minutes at all. I think this is a second half game. And the New York Jets are more of a second half team. So I'll give my final predictions in a moment. But JJ, I think we might as well bring the neutral in. What are your quick thoughts on this game?
All right. So I'm going to have to hear from both fan bases regardless of what happens.
Of course you are.
And because I live in this god-awful state. No, I'm kidding. I love this place. Well, not Newburgh, but I love New York. This has been my home for...
Where even is Newburgh? I don't even know where that is.
It's about like 45 minutes upstate from New Rochelle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there a few weeks ago when I spanked their fucking football team. It was a great game. 28-6 was the final score in New Rochelle. But that's off topic. The New York Giants. Oh my goodness, the New York Giants. My dad is a very big New York Giants fan, and I've caught many videos of him, his live reactions during Giants games, and they are absolutely priceless. How much this guy is passionate for the Giants. He's told me this is the worst Giants offense he's ever seen. In his 40-some years of watching the Giants. Worst offense he's ever seen. Now, the Jets, on the other hand, I feel like the Jets should go into this game as huge favorites.
They're not.
They should be. Because the Giants don't know how to utilize certain players. That was especially with Daniel Jones at the helm. I think now that Tyrod Taylor is at quarterback, I feel like the Giants can definitely have a better offense than before. Because Tyrod Taylor is a proven veteran. Daniel Jones, at the end of the day, is like a 4-year rookie. He may as well still be playing like a rookie. The only reason that he got paid $40 million, which may go down worse than the Max Scherzer contract in New York sports history, was because of one fluke playoff win against the kings of playoff choking, the Minnesota Vikings. So the way that I look at this game, I truly believe, wow, the Rangers just put up 10 on the Astros. What the fuck? Anyway, I truly believe that this should go to the Jets, but I'm going to let you guys hammer out your picks. But I think this is going to be, honestly, an underwhelming game. It's probably going to end up like the Subway Series was, full of hope at the start, falls to crap at the end, but ends up being a really good game.
Jacob, we'll start with you. What's your pick for this one? You going with the Giants?
There's really no explanation, like I say, for Ohio State. Give me the Giants.
I'll say more of the same. We ride or die with this man, ladies and gentlemen. Watching live or watching this later, we ride or die with this dude from BYU. I don't care what any of y'all say. This dude is going to carry us to this win.
He just casually threw his jersey on the floor.
Oh, don't worry about it. I actually just threw it toward my laundry basket. It's actually landed on top of my laundry basket.
Good shot.
That's why I did it. So,
shot. All right.
Thank you.
So,
but listen, the Jets, I'm really backing them more because we will likely see the return of both Sauce Gardner and DJ Reed are both likely to play this game. So what do you do if you have one of the best cornerback duos in the league?
I just want to say one thing. I don't know why, but I'm kind of praying for a Sauce. It's probably going to be fair for Sauce. It's probably going to fare Sauce's way for this. But I kind of am hoping for a Sauce versus Jalen Hyatt matchup.
We're not going to see it. Jalen Hyatt's
I know we're not, but I wonder.
Who even is your wide receiver one at this point? Who is your wide receiver one?
Me.
Can't even name it. This is exactly like the Patriots game. They couldn't name their wide receiver one.
Harris Campbell hasn't even touched the field in 4 weeks.
So much for paying for telling me that I remember the Giants fans told me he was gonna be good. He hasn't done it. He hasn't done anything.
Who the air told you that?
No, but a lot of Giants fans did. Anyway, I gotta end off with my pick of this week. I've got ties to both the Giants and the Jets. I mean, obviously, I grew up a Giants fan. I was really young. Abandoned them in 2013. Took a lifetime vacation to Los Angeles, California. Well, at the time, St. Louis, Missouri. Then flew to Los Angeles, California. And I've stayed there for the majority of my NFL fandom. But the New York Jets, on the other hand, I don't know why, but I've always had this personal vendetta against the Jets. I have a vendetta against the Jets.
What?
Oh, you don't know, don't you? Let me take you back a few years. Do you remember an old day in Los Angeles in December of 2020?
Oh, that.
Where the New York Jets were 0-13.
I cried after that. I wanted Trevor so bad.
You want to know why that hurt me so bad? That game wasn't just any game. It was on my motherfucking birthday.
Yeah, have fun with that. Happy birthday from the New York Jets.
So funny story, actually. So that day, I posted a video on my TikTok with like my happy birthday stuff. The New York Mets wished me a happy birthday, and I'm on cloud 9.
I don't get any of that. What the hell?
I'm on cloud 9. Then next thing you know, the Jets win. I check my comments the next day, and I see the Jets comment, "Happy birthday" with a wink face. And I'm like, I got roasted by an 0-1-13 team. So ever since then, I've had a vendetta against the Jets. And I truly believe the New York Jets should pack their bags, get out of New York, head down to Jersey, because that's, I think, where they would have much more success. Hell, the Sopranos are from Jersey. That's pretty much all you need to know about the Jet fans themselves. I think that Joe Beningo is going to have a lot of debates on this one with Tiki Barber, as is Brandon Tierney. But I think that the duo of Evan Roberts and Joe Beningo are going to provide a lot of good talk on WFAN this week. With all that being said, as bad as I want to pick the New York Giants, give me Gang Green in this one. I'm going with the Jets.
Love it. Listen, he picked the right underwhelming quarterback. He picked the right one. Didn't think that was gonna happen. I thought, you guys are gonna go against.
Bro, I'm waiting for JJ to switch to the Giants because when you were on last time when we were doing the college football, he showed up with this.
I was thinking the same thing.
Michigan. I'm waiting for him to change his mind.
Oh wait, he's gone. Oh, JJ's gone. Oh, not this again.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
By the way, if you're watching this video and you've watched this the whole way through, either you're a different breed of insanity or you're just like a loyal fan of this show. We're an hour 53 in. I didn't think I'd be here this long. I'm supposed to be doing homework.
Guess who's back? Back again. Danny's back. Tell a friend. He's going to get absolutely destroyed by Quentin Williams.
That was coming.
All night long.
If he doesn't get 4 sacks, I'm going to be fuming.
I'm sorry. You're not the answer for this football team. Retire your $40 million contract and get out. Yeah, I just went into my. All right, that is my pick. No switcheroo this time. I'm staying with Jets.
I was concerned for a minute there.
Yeah, I was concerned that he was doing that.
I'm kind of like really good at the suspense angle.
Oh yeah, you telling me it's like me with my me with those random lines out of nowhere.
Oh God, what are the comments saying? I left for your guys' college football prediction, but I've been here for the rest. That's great. Thank you for the support. Well, that about does it. I mean, I really got nothing left. I was going to do a UFC topic, but unfortunately, you guys don't know a goddamn thing about UFC.
It's also an hour 53 in, JJ.
It is 10:30 at night. Robbie, thank you for hopping on. Tonight was an absolute blast.
It's always a pleasure to be on someone else's podcast, especially you guys, because you guys keep inviting me back. I don't get this very often. So, I mean, doing my own shows is fun, but when you go on someone else's and just enjoy the ride, I mean, enjoy the fun. It's so much different. It's a very enjoyable experience for me. And it's always a pleasure to be here.
Anytime, man. Thank you so much for hopping on. You got yourself a great day. All right. Well, an hour and 55 minutes in.
Hey, I mean, this is our long. Yeah, definitely the longest episode.
And you want to know what the best part is? You know what we get to talk about next week? We get to add basketball into the mix. 2-hour episodes on the way. Or maybe we'll go a little bit less on the NFL stuff. Oh, and possibly the World Series too. God bless.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have a game 7 on right now, which is a blowout and a half. And
misery. Absolute misery.
We dropped it until JJ said to me during our prep today that it was gonna be our last topic, but we're gonna hit this 2-hour mark. But I'm just gonna say this last thing. The D-backs. Merrill Kelly.
It hurts. Because want to know why it hurts me? Because we whooped their asses all season long.
Yeah. But I just want to give a quick clap to Merrill Kelly. Game 2 in Philly, 10-0 loss. He gets shelled. I don't know even. I mean, he pitched well in Game 2 a little. He pitched. I don't know. They were saying he pitched well, but today in Game 6, amazing job by Merrill Kelly. Absolute amazing. Mows down that whole Phillies lineup. And the D-backs, great hitting performance against Aaron Nola, who had a sub-1 ERA in the playoffs. And we will have a Game 7 tomorrow at the bank.
Roll Snakes, baby. Roll Snakes. So what an episode, man. We got the Giants-Jets are done. That was the final segment. We brought in a new segment, Locale of the Week, which will breaking news, Locale of the Weeks will be decided on my Instagram. There will be 4 options. The final 2 will be represented on the show, but that will be decided by me. I'll have the final say on that. Unless the margin's like really big. If like it's a crazy big margin, then that'll be the unanimous Locale of the Week. But yeah, Jacob, it's always been a pleasure, man. 14 episodes in. Yeah. I mean, we've had a crazy ride.
Thanks everyone for the support, even though it's not much. We hit 20 subscribers, even though it's not that much, but we have hit it. So hopefully, road to 50 now or 30, then 40.
Rise and grind. Fuck it, go for a 1K, 1,000 subscribers.
1,000.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. As for Jacob, I'm JJ Segs. You all know this. Have yourself a great day, and New York's